Hello everyone, and welcome back to the 43rd Annual Curlers Corner Autumn Gold Curling Classic. We are your returning commentators, Nancy McInerney and my partner, Lowell Peterman. This game is a matchup between Team Barker from Saskatchewan and Team Sinclair from the United States. We ask you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on your post notifications so you will be notified for each game, and we will be live streaming every draw. Before we start, we'd like to thank our generous sponsors. Without their sponsorship, it is not possible to put on this event. The sponsors are Curlers Corner and Bernice Merrick, the Weston, Jiffy Lube, Coronado, Rockwatcher, Olson's, Bonterra, and Enigma Resources. So our team members, on Team Barker, we have Penny Barker at skip, Christy Gamble at third, Jenna Enge at second, and Danielle Schinsky at lead. And for Team Sinclair, we have Jamie Sinclair at skip, Monica Walker at third, Cora Farrell at second, and Elizabeth Cousins playing lead. And Team Sinclair will be throwing yellow rocks, and Team Barker will be throwing red.
Team Sinclair, if you don't know, is a USA national team that formed in 2020. Jamie is originally from Ottawa, Monica and Elizabeth from Boston, Cora from Alaska. They've all chosen to relocate to Minnesota to train together at the USA Curling National Training Center facilities for the 2021 and 22 Olympic season.
Yeah.
This team would not be able to achieve their goals without the help of their sponsors, Daveste Vineyards, McKee Travel, Darwin Cooper, Aurora Heated Apparel, Lilano Curling Club, Athletes for Hope, and the Kyle Bettinger Memorial Trust. And play is away.
So Team Sinclair is throwing first, as they were not closest to the button in the draw to the button. And Jamie has called
Running
for
a bit. Running. What's all there?
the rock in the house to start play.
Great judge. Good.
Nice easy weight here, eh?
That was a nice start.
9-5.
Usually these teams start out a little conservative in the first end, so this rock will probably be asked.
Oh, I pitched it out, pitched it out.
They are throwing a takeout on it.
Christy!
So,
Christy!
as I say, a little conservative in the first end. That rock was awful close to the button, so a little dangerous to leave there.
Okay, 9-3, just a little up.
Because her weight was a little up, she rolled out, so that gives Team Sinclair a chance to draw again.
Team Barker, for those who don't know, have qualified for the 2021 pre-trials in Liverpool. Jana, Penny, and Danielle have all participated at a Scotties Tournament of Hearts. Christy and Danielle have participated at mixed nationals, and all have participated at a university nationals. So a very experienced team as well. Their sponsors are Gibbs Cage Architects, KPMG, Carbon Cure Technologies, Inland Concrete,
30.
Main Street Dental, Vicky, oh, I might butcher this one, Pantelopoulos Global Direct Realty Incorporation, Real Estate Agent, and Balance Plus Curling Equipment.
Christy's rock. Straight it. It's pretty straight still. Go straight, then straight. Jenna's rock. Jenna's rock. Straight.
So Elizabeth on her
No line
second draw was a little
watch
heavy,
it
so
move.
she's back 12
Needs to
foot.
move. Yep.
So Team
Keep it
Barker
curling.
has
Curl.
elected
Curl,
to
curl,
ignore
curl.
that rock. It's not really a dangerous rock back there, and they're throwing up the corner guard, and nicely executed.
Very good call. Now Jamie will try to throw a tight center guard, I believe. We have a couple of listeners from far away. We have one from Karen from Thunder Bay. Hello, Karen. And we also have somebody from Ukraine watching this game. Yuka
Got
San
to curl a bit.
from Ukraine.
2. Looks pretty good. It's got to curl a bit. Looks there. 3, 4. It's got to curl. Looks there. 3, 4. 5, 7. Just biting.
So Cora was asked to do a tight guard, and a bit of miscommunication there between the sweepers, and it was swept onto the rings. So now Penny's asking for her second, Jenna, to take this one out. That one is a little too dangerous to leave there.
And the difficulty with it being so close to the ring, if she ideally she could roll into the rings. Ideally would have been behind the corner guard, but looks like we're rolling the other way and possibly right out of play.
Tight.
Yeah, it looked like she was a little tight of the broom, and so she rolled over the top and out.
Yeah.
So now Jamie has gone up and indicated she wants this guard peeled. So again, sticking with that conservative play, not going to give the opposition, Team Barker, any opportunity to bury behind that guard.
No, never. Don't touch.
Little speed on this peel,
Ooh.
and it ran a little straight. She might have been a little wide, but now Team Barker will have a chance to go around that corner guard, generate some offense in this first end.
Yeah.
Do you want to hold it?
Line's good. Straight. Keep it straight. Line.
This is the third Jenna. Oh, second Jenna Eng, sorry.
Yeah, line.
Trying to attempt this
Keep
come
going,
around.
guys. Hard. Get by. Hard. Get by.
Good looking line if she's got enough weight to get there.
Right here. Whoa. Over there. Great.
Beautiful shot.
That was a very nice draw. Good communication there between the sweepers and the skip for line and weight. So it's in front of the tee line, which is good. It's buried. Exactly what the skip called for.
Whoa. Clean.
So now Monica Walker has been asked to
Good.
peel this guard.
Done successfully. Now we have a choice whether we throw the guard again or split the rings.
Okay, you got it, Christy.
A little bit early to split the rings. So we are playing the guard on that rock in the 8-foot.
First step, sliding in, hey? Curl!
This is Team Barker third, Christy Gamble,
Okay, well done, whoa.
trying to put this guard up.
No, we won't over curl. We're fine. Good.
Very well executed.
Same thing. Okay.
So Jamie Sinclair has again asked her third, Monica Walker, to peel this guard off.
Clean. Good. Yeah.
And again, well executed.
Thank you. I'm good either or. Like this? I like that. Okay. It's fine.
So Team Barker has decided now it's the time in the end to split the house.
Yeah, I agree.
You need to be full 8 foot to be second or first shot. To outcount the yellow stone at the back. Although that's not particularly important right now, as long as it's in the rings, there's a potential deuce in play.
So this is the first rock anybody's thrown over on this side, so
They threw 4 down here
looks like it was
in practice. Yeah.
a little bit of a guess for this team. I hear Penny indicating that the other team threw down there in practice, so
Nose, little roll to center is good. I don't think
Christy was maybe thinking it would be a little heavier than it was, and so she's thrown the rock through.
I think that'll be straight too, like that. Yep, inside out.
So now with that miss, Jamie has a chance to hit and stick and potentially force Team
Control.
Barker,
Okay.
or even
Little roll to center
with
is good.
a
Nose
miss,
is good too.
maybe steal.
Sounds
But
good.
the force will definitely be on if she makes this and sticks.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, you got this. No, never. Never. 11-5. Off. Never.
Again, this rock's running a little straighter than they anticipated, I think. She's going to get a piece. I'm not sure if she's going to stay around in the rings.
She threw a nice controlled weight on that. So she could stick around, but just maybe a little too much ice or a little wide.
One or the other. It's hard to say
I'd like a 10.
from our viewpoint, but
Now Team Barker has a
But it
chance
might, once
to
we get to the center line, go.
blank this end and keep the hammer.
blank is definitely in play now.
Okay, just a 10. Okay, 10. Yep. Hard to stick. Hard to stick. Hard to stick. Yep.
This rock's crossing the center line a little bit.
Let's see if she hangs on. It looks like she did hang on, so it forces Jamie to hit it.
Yep. I don't think. It might curl a little bit. Normal though, eh? Throwing normal at this one? Yeah.
Main
try
objective
to nose
here,
it.
of course, is
Sounds
to make that rock go away. Sticking in the back of the house
Yeah.
would be a bonus, although it's
close,
very
it's
hard
got
to
a
stick
long
at that
time to curl.
when the
Yeah.
rock's that far deep in the
You
house.
got it.
So this is looking pretty good.
Like I say, it was very hard to stick at the back there. So she did roll out, but nevertheless,
out
very
here.
good throw.
So now Penny just gets to throw this one through for the blank. She's going to throw in maybe a slightly different spot so she can learn what it does in this spot, but the objective to blank the end is...
Yeah, you always got to try to learn something every throw you make. So, unfortunately, in practice, you don't get to throw as many on all the different spots in the ice. So it's
10.
it's important to learn whenever you get a chance. She's throwing the opposite turn that Jamie just threw it, just to see what it does from the inside out on that spot, with about the same weight. So it looks like there's a little movement that way.
So, blank end. And Team Sinclair will throw first again.
Never slid worse in my life.
Teams like to have a little chat between ends just to discuss how they're going to play the next end. I expect to see a few more guards out in front this end, as Team Barker will try to score more than 1 point, which is always the objective when you have hammer,
And the even end.
especially the even end.
So hair tight.
So it
Line's
looks like
good.
Jamie
Line's good.
Sinclair has called for this rock to be
Looks
in
pretty
the
good,
house.
guys. Looks there.
This is lead Elizabeth Cousins.
It's good. Good.
It's coming in behind the tee line, so
Perhaps a little bit of oversweeping. Still guessing down that spot a little, it looks like, for Team Sinclair, the weight.
so because that rock is not hurting Team Barker right now, they will throw out the corner guard on the
Halfway tight, guys. Keep it moving. Curl, curl, curl. Keep it curling. Yep, 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 yep.
Yeah, so we'll explain,
yep.
you know, for the club curlers, they would think, well, that rock's in the house, it's on the forefoot, I should hit it. Why?
Okay.
Why is it not dangerous?
Well, it's not dangerous because it's behind the tee line. In effect, that rock can be helpful to Team Barker because you can freeze to it. So it's especially early in the end, it's not an issue
Brennan.
back
Looks all
there.
there.
So there's no real advantage to hitting it
Looks all there.
yet, especially with the free guard zone rules that we have.
So, Skip, Jamie had asked for that rock to be out front, tight guard, and it's right on the button now. So, still struggling a little with that weight
Even if it sticks around, that's fine.
judgment, but
But now Team Barker can basically hit that rock and get a little roll, although they will be behind the tee line if they roll perfectly behind the corner guard.
No, 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 no. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep, yep. Sorry, guys. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Other way, other way, other way. Other way, other way. You get this. Okay, sorry. Sorry about that.
You're good.
so just a little bit of back and forth hesitation on whether that rock was going to curl or not, saying yes, no, and in fact it did over curl and jammed on the back one. They're sitting shot right now, but now Team Sinclair has a chance to hit this and sit two.
Yes. Yes.
Second for Team
Yeah,
Sinclair,
yeah, yeah.
Cora Farrell
Yeah.
throwing the out-turn hit.
Clean. Oh. Good. Sorry. I overcooked it. I thought it was gonna go.
And as Jamie
Yeah,
indicated,
it's a free
overcooked it, meaning she called for too much
Step
sweep.
it back, that's fine.
And it rolled. She would have liked to have rolled right in front of her own and stayed right there, but
T-line.
Now this rock being on the tee line or slightly behind,
Pardon?
it's advantage to Team Barker to get
Ah,
one
get
down in
that
front
out
of there and
here.
be very hard to remove.
I think this is good. Wait on it, wait on it. It's got a long ways to curl. Whoa, whoa. Right to here. Line's really good, yeah, line. Line, whoa, whoa, then. Whoa. Sorry, just stayed really straight.
so again,
Weight was perfect.
yeah, just a little bit of communication on where that rock was going to end up. They were wanting it to be on the corner of the rock that's on the tee line, but it's not a simple rock for Team Sinclair to remove.
Close. Yep.
She might end up getting rid of both of these rocks in the house.
She wouldn't be too disappointed to even kill one of her own rocks here.
And she does. So now the house is quite split by Team Sinclair, so Team Barker's going to have some work to do to not get forced to one.
They still have the corner guard up and a rock that's
Usable.
possibly usable, which they can freeze to. So if this rock is placed well, they still might have a chance at a deuce.
Line's good. Line's good, right here.
No, we're there. All there.
If you,
We're bouncing off.
Again, it looks a little heavy and hanging a little bit, which is because it's
finds
heavy.
that line and
It's
stays
hanging.
there.
4-5.
Nice throw.
Yeah, actually a little bit more weight than the previous rock, so it looks like she had adjusted the ice a little bit, but because of the little extra weight, it just didn't curl up.
Team Sinclair will be happy to pick this rock out of here. Again, probably sticking around is probably not the ideal situation back there. It sets up a bit of a wall,
Yep.
so they'd like to roll out.
Yep. Yep. Hardy. Hardy, you gotta go, Hardy. Really gotta go. Keep
Rock's
going.
curling
keep
a little
going,
bit.
Keep going. Any roll, anything. Go, 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 go.
That was a good sweep.
Great sweep.
That was a good sweep by that team to not rack, because it came very, very close to the guard and very close to the to just
out.
ticking off that rock in the house, but the yellow rock that was on the tee line. But
Again,
now,
Team Barker can try this shot again. They've had like the third attempt at it.
Yeah, line.
So hopefully they learn a little bit each shot. And
Gotta go line. Yes, hard. Hard. Get it by hard.
this one's tight to the guard.
Okay, can you roll it in?
And we have rack.
Yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going. Fire's over.
Thanks.
advantages definitely with Team Sinclair right now. Okay.
Top 12 is fine.
Jamie calling for a top 12 rock.
Yeah. Three.
Monica Walker throwing the
Top 12 is good.
counter
Top 12.
clockwise
Okay, line's good.
rotation or out turn for a right-hander.
No, she
Just
threw the
top
wrong
12.
color.
Oh, and she
Oh,
threw
no,
the wrong
copy.
color rock, so don't be
Sit, 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 sit,
confused,
sit, sit, sit.
viewers, until this rock is replaced with the right color. And they will They will mark that spot and bring the other rock down from the other end.
We will mark it with a highly technical Jamie's 2 feet.
Yes.
And then Monica will bring the rock she should have thrown down and place it back between Jamie's 2 feet. So that rock is a little deeper than Jamie had asked for.
Yeah, it does allow Team Barker to make a roll. They have 2 options of corner guards to get behind. So just a little deep with that rock.
I think. Steven bumper. Just a little flop.
Third, Christy Gamble.
Close. Yep. Yep. Hard. Whoa. This double. Little roll.
Like a little flop to the
Yep, that's
left.
good.
It's
Nice.
So I think it's third shot, but it's
still something that I have to reckon with here.
That's fine. Right?
You can't leave that shot there, so she'll be trying
I think I
to
like the outside.
take it through the hole.
Just control.
Hopefully not jam it on any yellow
Mine
stone.
normal. We just,
Yeah, I think just
might be
make
easier
and
to
that's
call.
the advantage to Team Barker of those yellow rocks all being behind or on the tee line.
Just a
Then
hair high.
they become potential jamming
Yeah.
for Team Sinclair when they try to remove this.
You're gonna throw normal? Yep. Just a hair high.
Fairly precise takeout required here.
Right here.
Want to
Okay.
hit it just a little high up on the coming side to drive it through the hole between the 2 yellows.
Yeah, even nose wouldn't be horrid.
9-5. Whoa.
She's a little out there right now. It needs to curl. Definitely needs to curl.
Close to jamming on the back one, and it
And she
did.
did.
Got that $10 there. How are we doing?
So now they're
May not be shot rock, but it's in play, and
so Team
that. I
Barker
think that's
seems to
pretty
think that yellow is shot
Lots of room
still,
there.
right on.
We don't have to play with
Tee
a lot
line.
of weight either. We can just
But it's easier to get to now
hack, I was
because
thinking even. But yeah,
that guard, that long guard, had been moved over from before.
I don't really think it's going to move a whole lot, no. So it's kind of, you play a little bit of weight, but
the guard is long enough, shouldn't be a
I
factor
like
in the
hack
shot.
right there. Hack can go under. I think just backline.
Called for a little less weight
Just
here.
backline. It's edge to edge. Gotta make sure we get to the nose of it.
They want to get to the nose or over the top a little bit, or under, as some people call it.
Probably.
That would take away
14?
any chance
Well,
of a double.
14 and a half to T, right? Okay. Just nice back line weight. Put back.
Looked like she set that a little on her
Clean.
release.
Yep.
So it may
Whoa,
take
whoa.
a little more
Jenna!
to get back to the curl she wanted.
Jenna! Go. Go.
And made contact, but didn't remove it, and rolled for I would say
So nose
fourth
is pretty
shot.
good.
So
Yeah.
not ideal.
Yeah.
Jamie can hit this rock and stay on the
we're-
nose, and they'll be laying
Well,
3,
that's
and
fine,
it'll
'cause that's what
definitely
we're
be a
I
forced situation.
don't mind same turn. I think we're
Control this
definitely second. I think it'll be pretty straight. I'm not sure. Yeah. Doesn't even need to be hard, just let the or anything. Control. Okay. Right on nose. All right. Okay. All right. Three. 10-5. Clean. Well. You're good. Clean.
So she must be
Yep.
close. They're
Yep,
just
yep,
calling
yep.
for clean.
Yeah, she's got it on the
Yep.
nose, so
So now it looks like she's sitting 3.
yes, definitely sitting 3, and
It's a 10.
So the force is definitely on for Team Barker. She has to hit this on the nose and stick for her 1.
she's watched this spot on the ice a few times now, so she should have
10.
an idea what the ice does and how it curls. She's asked for a 10 weight. For those of you who don't understand that concept, that's the weight or the time it takes to travel between the 2 hog lines, and that's how a lot of these
Alright,
teams
right on the
measure
nose,
their
10.
takeout weight and their draw weight, of course. So 10 seconds would take the rock to travel between the 2 hog lines, and that's the weight she's attempting to throw.
Clean. Yep. Yes. Clean. Clean.
When they're calling clean, you're as a sweeper, you're happy to hear that, because you know you're very close to making the shot, and she did.
So that's 1-0 for Team Barker after 2 ends of play. We have a few other sheets going here this afternoon. We don't have all the sheets going because we're at the point of the Bonspiel where, because it's an ABC qualifier type event, there are teams waiting for winners or losers to drop into those spots in the draw. But we do have on sheet 1, we have Team Silvernagel playing Team Skurlik, and it's 1-0 for Team Skurlik. On sheet 2, we have Team Shearer playing Team Wojciechowski, and right now Team Shearer is up 1-0. And on sheet 4, we have Rachel Holman playing Fujisawa, and it is 2-2 after 2. And on sheet 7, we have Chelsea Carey playing Amber Holland, and I believe that's a B event game, and it's 1-0 for Team Carey. And when I look at the sheet, Team Holland is in a whole lot of trouble with 1 rock to call.
Line's good. We got room.
I don't know if we got
Wait,
sheet
10-4.
5 with Peterson and Einerson.
Oh, right, sorry, I missed a sheet. Sheet 5, Einerson and Peterson, so they are also their A event games, and it is Einerson is up 2-0, but I think we don't have the score up yet for the second
It's a
end.
bit farther out there.
They're playing the third end, but they haven't posted the score, so they're keeping us guessing.
So back to our sheet, we had the first red stone by Team Barker thrown off the center line a little bit, so it's
It's a little fresh out
not
here.
quite the ideal location for
Down
a
line.
team without the hammer to
Down
throw.
line.
So Team
Line's
Sinclair
good.
will try to get around that rock,
Easy.
utilize
Hold,
it.
yep.
In effect, it's almost a
Yep.
corner guard
Yep,
because
yep,
it's
yep. Come on, 8 foot.
foot
Go,
and a
go,
half
go,
off
go,
the
go,
center
go,
line.
Go hard.
Okay. Yeah. Same weight. More.
So Sinclair gets partially around that in the top 12. Team Barker will try to come around it with the other turn. get behind both those stones, ideally.
Line!
Line, Christy, hard line.
Line! Line! Yeah, line!
The
Where
weight,
are we?
the weight looks pretty close, but calling for sweeping for line,
Yep,
and
yep,
it's
yep,
gonna hit that rock out in front.
Good.
She had good weight, it looked like.
Top 8. Okay, better back here.
So now Jamie is going to go around that rock that's now on the center line.
It ended up to make a better guard for Team Barker. It's still in the free guard zone, so Jamie can't hit that yet. So
Yep, heel zone.
now we're attempting to
Yeah,
come around
line.
that.
Yeah, line.
Again, this looks a little tight to the guard.
Looks a little warm too
They're saying
there.
the weight is heavy, so
Yeah. Just came by that guard very tight though, so they were sweeping for line, but kind of one of those shots that you can't do much with. It's not enough line and heavy. And it ends up back at the house, so Team Sinclair's sitting 1 and 2, but
How do I not?
there's a lot of house to put rocks into.
and a lot of the end left to play. Well,
Just slow.
Team Barker will be playing the short run back here.
9-5.
Red onto yellow. Looks like they're almost jacked up to maybe even get the rock at the back of the 12-foot as well. Which would be a bonus, but
9. 9.
Yep. Yes. Hard, yep. Hard, yep.
she did hit it on the right side to get it
That's
carrying
good.
that way, but unfortunately it jammed right back onto that rock at the back of the 12.
The good thing for Team Barker is they have control of the front of the house because it's all red rocks out in front.
All right. Nice and speedy.
So they finished
Yeah.
the second end on sheet 7, Team Kerry versus Team Holland. And Amber Holland made a very good shot to cut Team Kerry down to a steal of only 2. So it's 3-0 for Team Kerry on sheet 7.
Line's good. Top 12, top 8. Just top 8. Seems okay. Yeah. Line's good. Straight. Hardy. Top 8. Hardy. Top
Second
8.
for Team Sinclair, Cora Farrell
Yep.
attempting the in-turn come around.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
Again, it looks a little tight to the guard, and it touches the guard, maybe slightly light, but
Move that guard back to the center.
that guard's been moved around a few times, but it's still on the center line and still a good rock for Team Barker.
So it looks
Just
like
a 10. Not a
she's
sign. 10. Hit a half. 10.
So with 2 yellow rocks in the house, Team Barker not having the hammer, they've decided they want to hit this rock. Their rocks are very tight to the ring, so if Team Sinclair does get a rock sunk in behind there, it's a short little run back. So
This
Nice
was
weight. It's my fault, Jenna. Nice weight.
hung out on them a lot more than they thought they would, so they hit and rolled the wrong way. They wanted to roll behind the guard. So
What?
Jamie's realizing the danger of those 2 red rocks that are right on the center line, one on the center line and one out. They're really protecting the 4-foot, so
Just firm.
she would like
Just
to
firm.
get rid of at least the one on the center line.
8-5 firm.
So now they're calling for a little more weight, 8.5 seconds travel time between the hog lines.
Yep. Oh shit. Yep.
Slip.
Yep. Yep.
She made the double. Well,
Good.
no, the one didn't go out of the rings, but she did get one.
she got
off
the 2
center line.
off the center, yeah.
Yeah.
So the center's a little more open, That red rock is shot rock, but it's wide open. So Jamie, if need be, can hit it. And her rock, that yellow guard, is a little off center. So things are looking a little better for Team Sinclair right now.
Stay close for weights.
Top 8. Lines close. Get line. Line. Get line. Hard line. Hard line.
Third, Christy Gamble playing the out turn
Okay,
come
that's
around.
fine. Sit.
And again, just a little light,
Okay.
but that's probably the accepted miss there. They did leave their rock close to the center line
Yeah.
for center line guard. Not ideal. They would have loved to be lane 2 here, but now Jamie can hit and stick and
And that was the red and the yellow out front are a little bit crossed over. So if Jamie can get a roll behind these, it makes it more difficult for Team Barker.
Hard. Hard. Yep.
this rock is curling.
Yep, yep. As long as it's in.
Okay.
Good.
Sorry about that. That's my fault.
So just caught that rock a little too thin. I mean, it's removed it, but their shooter has rolled way to the back 12 foot. So now Team Barker is just going to ignore those rocks and go around those crossed over center guards and hopefully use them to her advantage.
You heard the
Maybe two.
sweepers apologizing to one another on that rock, that previous rock that was behind the tee line. The rule states that the throwing team has first advantage to it, but the opposition could sweep it once behind there, so the throwing team cannot
All the way. Keep
obstruct
the back one.
the opposing team from
Okay.
sweeping. So there was a
Yeah. Go. 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 Go.
little discussion about it, but
Okay,
they
that's fine.
both apologized to each other. So again, this out turn
It might stuff, but I think just control.
come around did not curl enough. It's wide open.
Yeah. Clean. Oh! 5. Whoa.
So Monica has been asked to remove this, and
Curl.
she needs to not jam on the back,
Curl.
So she's got it right on the nose.
right on the nose. So
10-1.
You want to go
comes
here.
a question of those two rocks
I
away
can't
at the
get all
back
way under
again,
the
of
yellow.
whether they're helping
Okay.
or hurting
Uh,
when you worry about jamming on
like a
them.
10-5, right there. $10-5. $10-5.
Hey, you got a pen?
Penny would really
Okay,
like to get a
so we
roll
wanna
here,
all the way under
or
the
potentially even a double if she got lucky and clipped one of the back rocks.
kind of middle
out
of the
at the
4
same
foot
time.
type of line.
Ideally, roll behind those crossed over guards in the middle, and then she probably would get
Right,
a double
let's
at
do
the
it.
back. Calling for a 10-5 weight, which is probably a more controllable weight here. Trying to get some curl.
Yeah, we'll see if there's been a few rocks run down that spot pretty straight. So we'll see if she can
We
get
noticed
some.
that yesterday as well. There was a bit of a straight spot here.
Close! Yes! Woo, woo!
Bit of a panic call there.
Again. She got a little piece of the one at the back, but didn't remove it. So
Control.
Yeah, a little bit of a panic call on the sweep.
Yeah.
I don't think they made much difference to that rock, but anticipating that it's going to
Yeah.
curl and not getting that little curl.
is
And she
good.
threw that
Okay.
very nicely. She had a nice throw, nice weight. And so maybe just need a little
Okay.
less ice than
Yeah,
that
it
to
seems
get
pretty
that
fast,
inside
yeah.
roll. I think that would have been her preferred outcome, is
All right,
get the
here we
inside
go.
roll, and hitting one of the back ones would be a bonus.
Exactly.
So now Jamie would be happy to just hit.
Happy to hit this on the nose. She would be laying 3, and then the inside roll
10-5.
off this rock might not be shot
10-8.
rock if Penny was
Yes.
to make it. So I think Jamie
Well,
would be happy with a nose hit right here.
Clean.
It looks like she's
10-5.
accomplished that.
Well, we can roll under and still get shot. And I think he can kind of do
Penny
good
believes she
front
can still
stone.
get under and get shot rock, so
It's the same
the
shot.
call.
We only need full.
Hit and
Full
double.
12.
Play the hit and roll. You might get the double.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Because you don't have, yeah, I like that.
Right here, just a hair.
Just taking a little bit less ice than she did last time.
Okay.
So learning from what it did last time and making an adjustment.
Same weight, same weight. Just tightened up the ice a hair.
Okay.
Again,
Same
thanks for
spot that
joining
we
us
wanna
here
land.
on at the Autumn Gold
Penny,
Curling
Full
Classic.
12 to get shot over those other two.
Hey, you got it, bud.
If you have any questions for us, you can type them into the chat and we'll see if we can answer them.
Same. Hairless. Same. Hairless.
Trying to get this rock to curl a little
Look
bit.
at you. Go, roll.
Again, it just doesn't want to go there.
Might.
Threw it really well
curl
again, but
strong.
did
I
not
mean,
get
I
the
did
inside
this
roll,
for
so it
that
leaves
up
the
there.
2 yellow
Maybe
stones
no?
at the back of the house
Yeah, looks like it.
as being shot rock. So this will be a draw
Yeah,
to
this is
full
a
12
little
for
out
3
there.
points.
The normal path is like 15, I'd say, so it might be a hair stiff. Might be a hair stiff out here. Yeah.
So they're going out a little wider than anybody's thrown. So they're thinking Pebble might be a little fresh out there, but
I think once we hit that 8-foot line, it's gonna be good though. Yeah. just
they're
keep the
talking
broom
about
down. Yeah.
15 seconds, hog to hog.
All right, you got this.
So anywhere from 14 and a half, I would say, to 15 with some sweeping would be get this rock into the 12-foot.
I think it's light.
I hear Jamie indicating right off the bat out of her hand she thought she was light. The sweepers are working on it hard. Of course, they only have to be full 12 to outcount those other 2 red biters.
They're dragging it, but I don't know if they're going to make
Yeah,
it there.
looks
Oh,
like-
yes, they are.
yes,
That
they
was
are.
excellent sweeping.
Good sweeping. She made her sweepers work for that one. So
Yes,
that's
Cousins
score.
and Farrell doing a great job scrubbing that rock. Both sweepers on it most of the way. See that typically when the rock is light, that both sweepers will go.
So 3-1 is the score after 3 ends for Sinclair over Barker. And just to update you on the other sheets, if I can see, Team Einerson on sheet 5 is up 4-2 on Team Peterson. We got bodies standing in front of the scoreboards on some of these sheets, so I can't. Darn curlers are getting in the way.
Team Carey still up 3-0 on Amber Holland, but looks like a chance for a deuce here for Amber. Third end.
Yeah, she's just has to draw full 12 to get her 2.
Rachel and Holman and Fujisawa are having close game, although we don't know who scored on. I know there was somebody scored because there was a ton of rocks in the house
In the third end.
in the third end, so don't know who exactly scored there, but after 2 it was 2-2.
And Team Shearer on sheet 2 against Wojciechowski is up 2-0.
Keep going, keep going.
And I believe they're still just playing the third end.
Well placed on back to our sheet by Team Sinclair, being up 2 points. Top 4 is probably the ideal location for that rock. Team Barker will
Clean. Yep.
have elected to hit this rock.
Yep.
I'm a little surprised.
Hard, yep. Hard, 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 hard. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're just nosed. 11. It's okay.
Nose, control.
Jamie quite happy to play take out with these rocks, being up 2 points. No chances required. You're up 2.
Whoa, whoa.
I see we have Sherry Medall watching us. Oh,
No.
got some high
She's cheering
caliber
for Team Flurry.
Flurry. But I don't see Team Flurry out there right now. And Chelsea Kate is saying hi from Delta,
Delta BC.
I presume so.
So Amber Holland did get her deuce in the third end against Chelsea Carey, so it's 3-2 for Chelsea over Amber.
Yeah. Keep it going, guys. Hard, hard. Curl, curl.
Now we have Penny putting up a corner guard.
Curl, curl. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Good.
And Jamie's going to put up the center guard.
Asking for a tight center guard here.
Okay. Bit of room. Top 4. It's trying. Just top 8, top 12. No, it's a spinner.
This rock's coming into the rings.
5-2. That's fine.
Almost same spot as the first rock at the end was top 4. This does allow Penny to get around that corner guard. Can ignore the rock right now and utilize your corner guard, which is a good call. That rock can be removed later in the end.
Room. Do we need this? We're out. It picked, it picked, it picked. Stay close. Yep.
Rock's a little heavy. They're not, sweepers are right off it.
Yeah. It's okay.
So that's a missed opportunity.
So now Jamie can go up and peel that guard.
Oh my God.
We have Donald Shin cheering for Team Sinclair watching us. Welcome to the broadcast, Donald.
Clean. Clean. Clean.
Very nice peel
Thanks.
by Cora Farrell.
Yeah. Do you like that? Or we can do it here. I like this.
Penny's gonna change things up a little bit here and ask for a corner guard on the other side of the house.
Okay. That's good. Nice.
That's a good call. Good call to put it over there because the peel makes the peel a little difficult. There's always a chance of a jam on the back, on the rock, on the tee line, on the
Okay.
in the 12-foot. So that is a good choice to put that rock over there.
Good job. Yeah?
You always have to
Either
question
one?
which way you're going
You
to
like
peel
that
these,
better?
from the outside in or the inside out.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
So Jamie's elected
No,
to
never, never,
peel
never.
it from the inside out. There was a little bit of a set on the release. And with that much weight and a little bit wide of the broom, it just did not curl up.
So we'll see if Team Barker
Might
can
be easier to do this.
take advantage of that missed shot.
10
Get around
5.
this corner guard.
Half a rock.
Two ways of getting there. You can play the hit and roll or you can play the straight draw. T. Barker's just elected to play the hit and roll.
Yep, yep. Yes. Yes. Hard up. Okay, other way, other way. Oh, yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, that's good. It's really down. 12.
Let us know curl or straight, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
A little less weight than they wanted, so the rock curled up to the nose, so didn't get the desired roll that they wanted.
So the front end, the sweepers were indicating to the skip there that they were asking for a little more communication because they were
Clean!
needing a little more information on whether they should be sweeping or not, and or sweeping for curl or sweeping to keep it straight. So that's good to clarify that when you're not sure.
Hard! No, 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 no.
Nice roll.
11.
So now
Yeah,
that-
it's always difficult to know. You have to let. I used to call the player's name. The only time you get in trouble there is when both your players have the same first name. So.
And sometimes, if it, we've got some skips out here who are really loud. And so sometimes it's like use hand signals. You want them which side, use your hand. Who should be sweeping, making sure the sweepers are looking up.
Close.
Yeah, probably the best alternative is to say curl or
Line,
sweep
line, yes,
or
hard,
straight.
hard line. Hard line. Hard line, hard line. Hold it straight, hold it straight, hold it straight, hold it straight. No flap, no flap, no flap. Stop.
Very nice.
That's a nice roll.
Good.
Right,
Well, I
pretty
can
much
play it
dead
this
buried
way,
behind the
right?
guard and shot
It's-
rock.
No, I can't really.
So that corner guard comes into play finally for Team Barker.
And also
think I
the
throw
yellow
easy.
rock that's on the tee line comes
Inside
into
out,
play
yeah.
because
It's just a hair high.
Jamie has to worry about
Since
jamming
I
on that
can
rock
hit.
when she
I mean, if I
tries
just
to
straight
run
peel
this
it, that's
in.
fine.
So she's kind of indicated two choices here. They're going to try the double, but she's happy if she just straight peels that guard.
Just easy. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like 3/4. Maybe a little bit more than that.
She's indicated she'd like to
Should be
hit
pretty
about
straight.
3/4 of the
Yeah.
rock,
You got
Low.
this.
which would make the double if it's hit that on that spot. Danger is hitting it a little too thin, jamming it on the yellow one, or a little too thick, which would dead jam it on the red and possibly leave it still shot with the guard on. Nothing's being said about the sweepers here. I think she's just got it thin.
Yeah, she was calling. Oops.
Now I have to put that rock,
Rock
back.
back.
Give me. Oh, I see one. Okay.
Yeah, I think the third called the audible there that she could see that it wasn't going to get up enough, so just went for the straight peel.
Back is good too, I think.
Well, yeah, because then she can't.
Exactly.
She can't double either way, I guess. That's fine. I guess then she can roll all the way under.
Yeah, if it's up, it's
T-line.
like T-line.
Let's go
Yep.
T.
Okay.
Right here. Okay.
Penny's asked for the T-line draw. A double would be difficult where that red rock is placed. So
T-line.
She's just splitting the rings.
splitting the rings should be a very good opportunity for a deuce
T-line. We
back.
can be up behind T too, that's fine.
It's a nice one.
Yeah. Really, T-line is ideal. So 14.5 to T.
So I can see they've put the score up on Team Holman versus Team
it's on here.
Fujisawa. It is 3-2 after 3 ends for Team Fujisawa. And on sheet 1, Team Silvernagel is down 3-0 to Team Skurlik.
So here we go with Penny's out turn or
No. Well, if you can.
counterclockwise rotation.
Line's really good. T.
Sweepers think it's very close to what they wanted.
Back four. Okay.
Just cleaning it.
Very well thrown, very well judged. Almost where she wanted it.
You guys had me worried.
There's no,
'Cause you're like, this
no
is
double
yours.
there,
I'm like,
so
it's-
Jamie will just try and hit this and maybe roll to a slightly different position.
Control. Yeah. Little roll in's good. All right. Go.
Andrew Lacey's
No, it's fine.
chimed in on our chat line. I think he's watching soccer or football, I'm not sure. And I said, nice kickoff.
So Jamie throws that well, hits and sticks
10.5.
on the nose, it's shot. So Team Barker has to deal with it.
Curl here, have we?
They just threw here. That's
That
where
was
she
11.
threw. Yep.
11. Thinking because we've got a fair bit of room over here. We're just not seeing a lot of curl. I'm just thinking tighten it up an inch. Is that
Sure.
okay?
Yep. We got a lot of room.
Yep.
10.5.
Okay, 10 and a half. We got it.
10.5. 10.5.
So I see no one's asked us any questions on the broadcast, Lowell, so we're either doing a darn good job or we've completely confused them.
Yeah. I think we've confused Andrew Lacey.
All right. 10.5. Got it.
Here comes Penny with the clockwise rotation hit. Sweepers aren't on it.
Jenna!
Asking now to make it curl a
Jenna,
little bit.
Jenna,
She can't
Jenna.
roll much to the outside,
It's hard, hard, hard.
but she's
job.
made it.
Very nice. Hit and stick for 2.
For two, you said?
So we have a tie ball game after 4 ends,
Except it's a curling game.
except for it's curling. Andrew,
No wonder they're confused. Sadly, for those of us who are Blue Jays fans, ball season's over.
fun to watch the Blue Jays this year. Young team, a lot of potential. Can't wait till next year.
Oh, we have a silly question. Is Monica Walker related to Laura Walker, the Canadian curler? I do not believe so.
No, I don't think so.
Laura is married to Jeff Walker, who's from Alberta.
He plays for Team Gushu.
At a 50.
Jeff is a northern Alberta
Line's okay.
player that now plays with Gushu.
He's from
For quite a while, but
Beaver Lodge.
Beaver Lodge, Alberta. And that's who Laura's husband is.
Good.
What's that? Was it 50?
Yeah.
So Team Barker has put up the nice tight center guard. Nice way to start the end.
Line's good.
And Team Sinclair will
Tuppy's
try and
good.
go around.
It's all there.
This is Elizabeth Cousins
good.
throwing this rock.
Coming down.
So Kelly Schneider has a question for us. Is the
Line's
club
good.
allowing outside
Little
viewers?
finish if you
My
can.
dad lives in Calgary and would love to support our Alaskan
Little.
curlers,
Yep.
Vicky Persinger and Cora Farrell. And yes, they are allowing inside viewers. The only caveat is you must show your vax, whatever we call it here in this province.
Don't call it a vaccination passport.
Your vax status, you must be double vaxxed and you must wear a mask while you're in the building. But absolutely, unless you're under the age of 12 when you can't be vaccinated. So,
Christy's rock. Hold the line
yes,
a bit.
we
Hold the
welcome
line a bit. Yeah,
fans.
By all means, come on down if you're
Straight,
double
straight.
vaccinated.
Hold it straight.
We have
Hard.
there isn't a price of admission, but it's very reasonable, especially if you consider the cost of a football game or a hockey game or a baseball game.
Just a little bit. Okay.
So Team Sinclair got around that center guard, and then Team Barker tried to follow her down and wasn't successful and rubbed off that guard. So now Jamie's going to go around the other way.
Wait only. Wait only. It's way out there. Curl if you can. Yep. Yep, get it there, top 8.
Good looking rock is
Yep,
coming
yep,
in
yep,
here
yep,
nice.
yep.
It's starting to curl if she
Hard,
gets the
guys,
weight.
Get it in, get it in, get it in. Go, 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 go. Hard, hard. Good sweet.
Got it biting.
She just got in for a biter, so Penny has to deal with that. So Kelly says his dad will be down here if they're still playing, and so we can show them how to check for scores on Curling Zone, and you'll know if this team, Team Sinclair, I believe Vicky's on Team Patterson, is she not?
Let's do that.
She's on one of the.
Two-thirds. Little less. Just a 9-5's good.
Sorry, Team Peterson. Vicky is on Team Peterson, and they are in an A event game right now, so they should be still playing by tomorrow. They have, there's 3 lives here to qualify. So.
I think we made a mistake there. I think Vicky is on Corey Christensen's team.
Oh, she's on Corey's team. Oh, okay.
Good.
So you'll have to check Corey
Corey
Christensen's
Christians, yeah.
status in the draw, and I don't know where they're at.
All right, control. Yeah.
Team Sinclair asking for a hit and roll. That rock might have picked.
Oh,
It was looks like it had a perfect roll and then it curled to the nose. So I think a slight pick there. They're going up to see if there's any debris.
yeah, it took the turn right off that and it just kind of.
Just made a left turn there. So they're still checking to see what that rock picked up, but probably a small piece of debris. Anything under that catches the running edge of the rock at the wrong time will make that thing pick, as we call it. Sometimes picks work for you, sometimes they work against you. They tend to even out during a game, but it is part
You
of
threw an 8.5.
part of curling. It's played
You
on
threw an
ice.
8.5 last time. And you think less than this? Like here is fine?
That's last.
So yes, Vicky is on Team Christensen, and they play this afternoon in a B event game at 4:30.
A little wide.
Mike DeShanes is asking us about the COVID protocols on ice.
Christy!
Being the fact
You're
that
on the net. Yeah, yeah.
everybody in
We're
this
rolling.
that's in this
It's
current club is double
middle.
vaccinated, there isn't a lot of
It's a
COVID
10.
protocols on the ice. Sweeping can be done with 2 sweepers. They don't have to wear masks on the ice.
Same
And
weight, it was like an 11.
anything else is it's pretty much normal curling rules right now until things get changed, and it's possible by our government, but right now it's curling as normal. Some curlers have elected to wear masks, but that's their prerogative. It's not mandatory.
Clean. No, 10-8.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I see Rachel Holman's wearing a mask and Penny's wearing a mask.
No, nothing.
So I'm not
No,
sure.
Curl.
There's no rules. It's up to the player. Some players like to protect
She's managing
themselves.
it
They
pretty
have small children or whatever. They're doing that to protect themselves and others. But there are actually no COVID protocols on the ice.
Here, wait! Here!
Most teams prefer to not shake hands, just bump elbows or bump fists,
Hitting it here.
and that's again their prerogative.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any handshaking. I think they've been-
Handshaking is kind of out of vogue right now, for sure.
Not really. I think it's the line this way. Okay with that. Okay.
So back to the game here. We have Team Barker trying to hit and roll off of this biter. And if she can get a nice roll here, she'd be in behind the center guard,
Hard!
calling for sweeping right away, which indicates she might have been a tad tight.
Hard for piece of this.
Oh dear.
Sorry.
She split the uprights.
Thanks.
You're going to confuse those listeners, Lowell.
Oh yes, this isn't football.
I think you drop around here.
We are
If you come off that, it's okay.
sorry about that. I used to call
If
that
you're
a field
playing
goal,
for
but
that, you're probably
it's
like back 4.
when a opposition rock goes through the two stones that they're
Yeah.
trying to hit. But anyhow, a missed chance for Team Barker and
Yeah.
a good chance for Team Sinclair to
They could split
get
that.
a multiple end here.
Yeah.
Close. Yep. Oh. Oh. Back 4. Oh. Oh. Back 4, back 8. Curl. Curl. Go, go, go. Hard. Hard curl.
So
Hard
she's
curl.
trying hard to get this to curl so they can split one on. They weren't successful in
Weren't successful in
getting it
getting the
thin
shooter.
enough. Yeah, the shooter's not in, and also didn't, like, if she splits that thinner, the shooter goes on and the rock she moved would have been behind the guard. As it is, it's pretty much
Any
wide
left
open.
this way?
So she's trying to decide, Penny's trying to decide which
Like
way is
this?
the better way, the easier way to hit it. navigate that port.
10-5.
She has two options of which way to roll. So
Okay, 10-5.
without hammer, obviously you'd like to roll more toward the middle, but then that would allow Jamie to make the run back with her
Hey, hold
yellow
on.
stone.
Hold.
So
It's either that or we can play this. Or even if we're there, that's fine.
I didn't like that turn.
So Andrew is asking us, these guys are having a
I'd rather play. if
change
we're
of
gonna do that, play
heart
that
here about
turn.
the shot to play. So Andrew's asked us how similar curling
Okay.
is to lawn
I don't mind
bowling
the double.
bocce. Oh, bocce. Lawn bowling.
Playing this, then
You'll
you're
have to
playing
speak
it,
to
right?
lawn bowling.
I
I don't
don't
know
like
the
that
lawn
turn.
Get
bowling
under here.
rules.
That's why I do that. But if you
I'm
do
not
this
really-
better, then we can
I
do
know
it that way.
bocce because we play it a little bit out on our grass, but
Like this 10-5 still?
you have a chase
Your
rock
ga-
and
your
you're trying to
gaslight.
get
No, that's good.
closest to the chase
We
rock.
play it
So
that way.
there's a name for that
Yeah, the pro side is
ball, but I
Viszlai.
don't know what it is because I'm not Italian, first of all. And lawn bowling, I do believe, has a little bit of different rules than bocce, but very similar. But yeah, the idea is to get your stones closest to the middle. So there are some similarities for sure. And in lawn bowling and bocce, you can get the rocks to curl or to, go in a particular. I think in one of them the balls are weighted so they can curl one way or the other, and you can make them go that way. Curling, same idea. By putting different turns on, you can make the rock go one way or the other.
Curl
So
this way.
And by having pebble on the
Everybody
ends,
got that before.
get a little bit of curl one way or another.
Draw.
She just scraped by this guard.
So that last shot of Team Barker's came very tight to that corner guard, but she managed to get to the nose. And so now Team Sinclair is throwing the same turn, the in turn, and going to try and do the same thing. And she's coming very close to that. Oh, she got kind of a lucky tic-tac-toe there. Hit the corner guard.
That one didn't touch.
Hit the front rock that was not on the rings and pushed it on the rings and redirected her rock onto Team Barker's rock to sit shot, I believe. Yes, she's shot rock. So Team Barker is in a little bit of trouble here. So it looks like she's electing to draw behind those rings that are in the 12-foot. She's not hitting the
Well, the
yellow.
problem,
Go ahead.
I
Bull.
think the problem with the hit is it looks like it dead jams. I mean, although if she did make the dead jam, she would roll right behind. So
Now this is not an easy shot. I guess maybe if she doesn't quite get enough curl, she could wick off the shot rock.
yeah, there's always that option here.
14-5. 14-5.
Indicating the weight again between the hog lines, 14.5 seconds. The time it takes to travel between the two hog lines is what they're looking for. Got to do some curling.
Yeah, it's still on the outside of that shot rock.
It's finishing
Starting to make
now.
a little move, but is it going to be enough?
As we indicated, she
Yeah.
but she
She
didn't
had,
get.
she had nice weight,
Nose.
just
Yeah. Okay. So
a little too much line maybe.
No, I think you're right. No, because then she.
Oh, we have Phil.
Playing the draw.
Yeah.
joining in to help us out here. Lawn bowling is more similar to curling than bocce, as the bowls are
That's what I thought.
offset and actually curl. In Seattle, we actually have a lawn bowling night in the summer,
Just drawing again,
as
right?
we use the same terminology.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Lawn bowling was more like curling.
Just an 11 here.
Bocce is
Pretty much nose, a hair high is not bad.
is a little different.
Sorry, I missed the weight. 11. Okay.
I think bocce has fewer
Okay.
rules.
Especially when we play.
And so, Lowell, you're the manager, ice maker of the Innisfil Curling Club, and in the summertime, you rent out your club to the shuffleboarders.
11.
And
Yep.
where does shuffleboard fit into that in terms of being like any of these other sports?
Yeah, shuffleboard is played on our club on the cement, but they have courts, and of course they shoot the shoot the rock with a stick, which is very similar to stick curling, or stirling as we call it. And again, it's different targets. You get different points, and you can play. I think you can play doubles
like 2
or
feet less weight, because that would have been like with the way
or
the kick was,
singles
like,
or
that was
whatever.
probably
But it's
key.
yeah, it's very similar. Courts are smaller. We rent it out to the Alberta Shuffleboard Association, and they run several tournaments on our floor in the summertime. And there's it's quite a we get shuffleboarders coming up from the United States to play in tournaments.
So back to our game here. Jamie just made a very nice shot. She made the shot that Penny was trying to make, and so she hit Penny's rock out, Team Barker's rock out, rolled behind the center, pushed the other one over, and so now they're laying
They're laying two with hammer, and
Team Barker's
Team
in trouble.
Barker's in a bit of trouble because even if they hit the yellow rock at the back, it's a good chance it's going to jam on the red. Unless she sits right there, she probably elect to try and draw again. She just did that last time and wasn't too far off making it, so looks like that's the call.
Just a straight draw here. He's
Straight
got to
draw.
get a little bit buried so that Jamie can't just pick it.
That's the same ice. Like, I would say 2. Yeah.
So Penny's just straight drawing this time, so she's asked for about 4 feet less weight. She's going to throw 4 feet less weight than she did with her previous shot because it's just a straight draw, whereas before she was trying to wick and roll and push another rock. So
With the amount of curl on this ice, they may have to go fairly deep to get it buried completely. If there was 6 feet of curl with a lot of finish, you could definitely bury behind that rock on the top of the 8 foot and still stay in the 4 foot. But this may require to go fairly deep to get buried.
right now it's got to do a lot of curling. It's quite a ways out there.
And the sweepers are off it, so
Completely.
they're thinking it's a hair heavy. But as I said, that they get to the
Keep
back
going,
of
keep
the 8
going, keep
foot,
going.
and they did, and their second shot. But
It actually gives Jamie something to come to.
she does have to move
She
it.
will have to move it to get 3. They're- Sinclair's just sitting 1 right now.
Throw it.
Well, would you have thrown that turn, or would you have thought about coming the other way around, or that just takes it too far out?
Shots
Yeah,
and
the,
stuff.
well,
I think just
yeah, I think she just went thrown that shot, so I think she felt comfortable she could put it in the
That was a
spot she
4-4.
wanted to. Jamie will have to follow that down and move it back about, not even 6 inches to get
all right. Just
To count
tap it
3.
a couple inches. Yeah.
2 inches, as Jamie said.
That was a 4-2, right? Yeah, I got a 4-4. Yeah.
When they say 4-2, 4-4, they're talking 14-2, 14-4.
All right,
For those of you who don't understand
we
that
got
terminology. So Jamie's looking for anywhere around 14 seconds hog to hog and able to tap that rock back 2 or 3 inches.
T-line. Okay,
And they're
T's
saying
good,
T
then.
line, so
Back 4. Just straight draw.
Now they've changed it to back 4.
Yep.
they have nothing to lose by sweeping this right now because they have their 2 points. If they can move this back a couple inches. Oh. And they didn't quite move it. They could have swept that all the way, I believe, and not hurt themselves.
They're looking at it, but
They didn't move it back far enough. I think it's only 2 for yellow.
yeah, missed opportunity there to score 3. Probably only had to move about another inch or 2, and they
Yeah.
did touch it. They just didn't move it enough.
Just could have been on that pretty much all the way and not hurt themselves. Any event, in a tie game, to get 2 points is a good accomplishment, albeit it's on the odd end.
So again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Curler's Corner and Bernice Merrick, Weston, Jiffy Lube, Coronado, Rockwatcher, Olson's, Bonterra, and Enigma Resources. It is impossible to put on a bonspiel of this caliber without sponsorship. Any bonspiel really, but this one requires lots of support from sponsors in order to make it happen.
Wheels all there. Line's a bit tight.
So Team Sinclair throwing the first stone, and I'm sure they'd like this from the top 4 foot.
I'm
Seems
good.
to be preferred location
Go
for
it,
this
guys.
stone.
Yep. 5-7, you gotta go. Yep. Yep. Good.
And that's a pretty good shot.
Good sweep.
Again, I'm a little surprised by this call, but it seems to be the preferred shot for the Team Barker in this situation. They're playing the hit on this stone as opposed to putting up a corner guard.
Just nose. Control.
I guess they must figure that they get it off the 4 foot and then they have a chance to play a draw with their next one.
I think most of the top teams would throw a corner guard there, just
Yeah.
because you have a chance to throw 2 corner guards.
Clean. Whoa. 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 No. Good. 11-4.
So Team Sinclair would have liked to have rolled back to the center line there. Now Penny can throw up her corner because that rock is high enough up and off the center. So giving you some updates, Team Carey is now up 5-3 on Team Holland. Team Shearer is up 5-1 on Team Wojciechowski. Team Holman is down 4-2 to Team Fujisawa.
3.
And Team Einerson is up
Yeah.
5-4 on Team Peterson.
It's always lots of rocks in play over on that Holman Fujisawa rig.
Line's tight.
It's
And there is
there's
again.
always some interesting
Line's good. Three's good.
situations over there.
2. Okay. 2, 3. Line's good. Little. Line's good. A little bit.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, you're good. Great. Good sweep, guys.
So on our sheet we have the long corner guard put out by Team Barker, and rocking the 8-foot and one just in front of it, just off the center line. Very tight guard for Team Sinclair.
Nice shot.
We haven't had much play out to the sides, so it'll be interesting to see how much this will curl if they can navigate those opposition yellow rocks and get past them, but also behind the guard. Right now they're wanting it to curl.
Lots of room by the long corner guard, and a little rub probably.
Got a little rub. That was kind of a helpful little rub. It may have, did it push it out in the open? Maybe partially.
It's partially buried for sure.
It's either that or you do this for now. I mean, I think you can do that. Yeah, me too.
Thinking they can chase it from the outside. So with the
Actually, probably this. Control.
control weight,
Just control.
pick it out of there because I think it's partially open.
Oh. Yep. Oh. Yep. 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 Go on.
Came by that guard tight and
Well thrown stone.
very nicely done.
Ah, sorry.
For those of you wondering what those red dots on the ice are for, those are the placement spots for mixed doubles curling. And the reason there's 3 of them, because depending on the amount of curl in the ice is where you will put those rocks to begin a mixed doubles curling game. So just for those that are interested, that's what those red dots are for.
Yeah. But it was good.
And
out there.
the rock, you would have the dots in the middle for normal play is down the center, and when you have a power play, you can either play on the left-hand side of the sheet or the right-hand side of the sheet. But each team only gets to do that once per game.
Forward where they
So Team Barker elected to take that short center guard off and roll over for a corner guard. Now they have the double corner guard situation,
What?
which is the way a lot of competitive teams will play, and they're well spaced apart so that a double run of getting both of those in one shot is virtually impossible.
Yeah. This. I'd love to just peel this one, but you can't really. It's just that's not very good. I mean, like you could do that, but I don't feel like that's very smart. Yeah, I mean that's tight that it's like easy, you know. I like it.
Jamie realizing the
Yeah.
the importance of, or the difficulty in having those 2 red corner guards up there.
So we have a question from Mike asking us if we know who supplies the team's jackets. Has been trying to figure out Homan's. Actually, the teams all purchase their own jackets, and there are different suppliers
Oh!
that
Oh!
teams can go. They basically can go to whomever they wish for jackets, and they have them made up. There's a few companies that are kind of predominant in the curling world, but they're really, you can go just about to any. There's one company that where teams can design their own. There's a couple companies actually where you can design your own patterns and your own colors and all those kinds of things. So
I believe in Holman's case that I think Emma Miskew has a designer or a clothing company herself that actually may have designed and done their uniforms. But if anybody out there knows anything different, let me know. But so Team Sinclair peeled off the long corner guard, and now Team Barker's decided to come around the short corner guard and didn't quite get buried, which is a difficult because the guard is a little shorter to the rings. They would have had to go way deeper to get it buried. So it is partially exposed. Team Sinclair should be able to chase this and take it out of the house. Ideally stick around, get the play away from that corner guard.
That was a nice.
Close.
That has 2
Oh.
points.
Oh, 6.
So with that release,
Softer, it's
she had a little bit of a set, and I think the weight was a little more than Jamie Sinclair had
9-6.
asked for. So they've removed the Barker rock, but rolled out of play. She would have liked to have stuck around.
I thought you were going to catch the back of ours. I thought it was going to be good.
Yeah, so Mike says that Emma designs for pro curling wear, which is under Gold Line,
You threw it well. Line would have been good. Yeah.
which
but
is Aaron Flowers' team.
Well, I got
And
a
we'll just give a
5-7
shout out to Aaron.
It was like top 8.
Big supporter of curling.
Yeah.
Again,
I know. 6.
Team Barker trying to come around that corner guard, and
Yeah,
they're
they're
not
already
getting a lot of curl there. This one even getting deeper in the rings,
I don't know.
and I don't think it's totally buried. It's still
I think so.
looks like
I think just
Jamie's
control.
team can chase
It's-
that.
It looks like
With a
it'll go, but it
controlled
doesn't
weight.
really. So just control here. Yeah. Yeah. Center. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it seems fast. Yeah. Seems really fast, actually. Yes. The whole sheet. Yeah, you got this. Here we go.
So Jamie's going to come down there with just quiet weight and get by that guard and get to that Barker red rock.
No. No. 10-5. Yeah. Hard. 10-8. Hard. Hard, Cora. Yeah. Hard. Hard.
Sweeping it for the roll.
Okay.
That's a good shot. So now, because it rolled towards the center,
Good, sweet.
away from
10-7.
that corner guard, Penny can't use that as she would have if it had been
Good call, Mom.
behind her guard.
Good. That works.
So now it changes Team Barker's strategy.
Me too. Yeah.
As long as we're giving
Yeah, me too. I'd have
shout outs to curling jacket manufacturers, we might as well give a shout out to Dynasty, our friend Colin Hodgen, and they do a lot of the jackets for the competitive curlers and non-competitive.
Yeah, Kevin Hurry's their designer, and he does some awesome designs. He very creative designer.
Barker's team trying to figure out the best way to generate 2 points here with only 2 rocks remaining. This would be a skip's deuce if it happens. No red rocks in the rings. She's elected to draw to the back rock with the intern.
Okay.
So it's going to be interesting.
The other option would be to hit that top rock and roll behind the corner guard. She still might get shot, and even if she didn't, it wouldn't be terrible. She would have a shot as long as it got buried.
That would be like my shoulder.
It would also open up that back one that she could potentially hit and stick for 2. This has got to be perfect.
Yeah. Don't lunch on anything.
Gonna need to tap. Gonna need to tap.
Weight looks pretty close here. It's just a matter of getting the right line.
Curl, curl.
It's looking very nice.
Got a little flop to bury a little
Wow.
better.
I just kept you on it.
That was not an easy shot.
Yep, either that or you can draw.
Yeah.
I think she would have liked to have stayed on
In the
that, so
draw,
Jamie
even if I'm half open here, it's pretty
had a tougher shot, but
tough, right?
Either the run or the draw. Yeah.
Jamie has no option, I think, but to draw down to that. If she makes it perfect,
Yeah, but like, what does she do if
she
I'm
could
half
force
open?
the Barker team into taking 1 point here.
Because she can't really go to
Again, she can't bounce off it very much, or
Yeah.
there will be
It
a
might,
chance
it
at
might
2.
just be easier than
I think
this.
so. Yeah. Puts more pressure on her.
Cora threw that guard.
Okay.
Yeah. It was just over center, but I gave it
Yeah.
there.
Right.
I think middle.
Yeah.
I'll think it. Just got to tuck a piece, and I got to be in the 4 foot.
so while we wait for Jamie to go down to the other end to throw her rock, I can see over on sheet 1 we have Team Skurlik up 5 to
Alright.
nothing on Team
I got to be
Silvernagel and Team.
at least half around. Okay. And I need a piece of the 4. All right.
It's going to give you the score
Cora,
for
you
Team
threw
Shearer,
here.
Team Wytry, and then Wytry-Kowski, and then she stood up in front. So 5 to 2
We just don't
still
have
the
our
score
flow
on
that
that
we've had
sheet.
Also,
I
also
think we should
5-2
be
on
still at a 15
for
here.
Fujisawa
it's
over
better
Rachel
than the intern
Holman.
I just threw last time,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
playing the 6th end.
Yeah, it looks
Four
like
guys. Yeah.
Fujisawa's had Rachel in trouble with a lot of ends, and she forcing her to some really tough shots. Okay, here comes Jamie's shot.
Straight draw or freeze
Like
to the
it.
back
Mine's
one.
Good. Top 8. Close. Gotta be top 4. Gotta go. Looks light. Looks light.
Sweepers are working hard on
Hard
this.
line. Hard line. Hard line. Weight's all there. Weight's all there. Hard
Wait.
line.
Sweepers are saying Wait's all there.
Hard
Got to get it by without rubbing. Oh, and a slight rub, which put it back into the open, so it may be accessible. Just feathered the back side of that top rocker. She would have had a dandy.
It's close.
Still not an easy shot, but it is accessible with a quiet
It's tough.
hit. It's kind of a back line to hack weight shot, I think here
I got it.
would be the call. Got to cross the center line, or at least get to the center line completely.
Because we could have been all the way back on it, right? So.
Again, the sweepers are discussing that
And
they
it was
could have
gonna
been
be
on
the
that all the way.
split, maybe, back 4.
They had perfect line, so getting it by was the most important thing. And even down to that rock would have forced Barker into 1.
This is
Now-
still not an easy shot, though.
I said that it's not an easy shot, but it is makeable.
It's-
Which wouldn't have been makeable if it hadn't got that little rub.
yeah. Looks like it's edge to edge between that one that's in the front 8 foot, fighting the 12. So she's got to just get by that tight.
Delicate shot. She has to throw the right weight. I'm thinking they're looking for a back line to hack.
Here it comes.
Nice clean release.
A nice release and nice weight. Oh, it looks like it's going early.
They're holding it. They're holding it. There's the center line. Can she get it by? Oh, she got it
did.
by and made a
Very
perfect
nice.
shot. Again, hack weight just perfectly executed, perfectly swept.
Now the sweepers just never got off that
Yep.
all the way. Just snuck by that front yellow rock to score 2 to tie the game up after 6 ends.
We have a barn burner here on sheet 8.
Yeah. Both of them? Okay. Okay, sounds good.
Yes.
2 ends left. 2 ends to
Yeah,
play.
I think we still go for 2 because we're given opportunities in the front end. So
How do we want to?
go for 2?
Okay.
Bail. It's not looking good.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Again, both teams get together in between ends to discuss how they want to play this end.
With 2 ends to go.
So I might give you my.
So it sounds like Team Sinclair wants to try and get their 2 this end. Some teams would elect to try and blank this end and keep
go
the
all
hammer.
out. Go all out for the blank. Some will. It all depends how you feel comfortable. A lot of teams that don't have hammer will go hard for a force here to force them into one, so they have hammer in the 8th end. 1 down with hammer in the 8th is usually a good position to be in. So a lot of teams will go hard for a force here.
2.5. 2.5. Try to a broom, ladies, if you can. If you can.
Team Barker's electing to play the guard, the long guard, halfway guard, I guess, right on the center line. Looks like it's fairly close to where they wanted it.
And Team Sinclair is going to go around it.
Sweet.
So lead Elizabeth Cousins. Throwing the
Line
clockwise rotation draw.
Line's okay. Line's good.
I think 2 is just a bit of a curler.
So it looks
So
like we have
if you
a
even wanna
final
play
on
that
sheet
guardian, I even had
2.
rotation
Team
and it's
Shearer,
still-
I assume, has
Yeah, I got
defeated
3.
Team White Trikowski. They didn't put the score up for the 6th end, but they have left the ice. So I'm presuming Team Shearer is the winner of that game.
6. Okay. Okay.
So Elizabeth made a nice draw around that center guard. Mostly buried, top
Yeah.
4 foot. Very good shot.
You can see an inch or 2. So Elizabeth's going to try and, Danielle is going to try and follow it down.
Close.
This looks a little out there.
Jenna.
Got to do a lot of curling.
Yeah. Hard.
The only thing they're going to do is rub it a little more behind the girl, pushed it out in the open on the other side, possibly. But wide open. If Jamie's team can hit and stick there, they have a deuce
Okay.
in play.
I haven't really thrown down this ridge path with a hit. Okay. Okay. Yep. 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 Clean. Yep. 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 Yep, yep, yep. Good.
Slight roll to the middle, but a very
weight.
good shot.
Pretty good.
Sinclair's lane 2.
That might be
Yeah.
easier, hey?
Penny's trying to decide which shot to shoot at.
Just outside of it.
What would your preference be, Lowell?
How was the weight?
I would definitely go after the stone here.
The
Try-
higher.
Yeah. lot of hollering over by sheet 4. Rachel Holman, I think, made some kind of a miraculous shot, and they were down in their game for sure, 5-2. We haven't put the score up, so we don't know how many points she got in the 6th, but
she is throwing first, so she must have scored.
We know they scored, but we don't know how many. So
it's been a few ends since she has thrown first, so she's probably happy to get rid of the hammer.
Team Barker hit the shot stone and rolled back to the right to the open. Now Jamie's team will be trying to replace that with one of theirs and still lay 2.
I think Team Barker would have liked to have rolled under,
And
which Jamie has rolled under too much.
a little
Now
too much. Now there may be a double there.
Straighter, though.
And these rocks are so close together like this, it is a very tough double. Tougher than you would think. You'd have to hit almost the crotch of the 2.
I think the one on the 4-foot might be slightly higher. Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
slightly higher.
But
So
you still have to hit that very thin to get the double on the back one. So
yeah, it wouldn't be a bad shot to just hit this one and just slightly roll in front of that second rock either.
right, which is I think what they've
What
done.
they've done.
That's a very good shot.
That's a good shot.
And just for an update, Rachel did get home and got 2 in the 6th end, so the score there is 5-4 for
Do you like his
Fujisawa.
board? Yeah, and it curls here.
So Team Sinclair's going to try and pick this thing clean. Second, she might not stick or shoot her, but
We'd like to stick around out in the outside 12-foot out there. And it
looks like
just
she's
rolled out, so
a little too
10-8.
far.
Okay.
Tough shot. That was just a little hot. Yeah, I should have panicked a little more on that one.
They're sweeping hard to keep this rock straight, but maybe a little too straight, needs a little bit of curl.
yeah, they overcooked it a little bit. Didn't get the roll perfect.
Control.
As we mentioned before, the caliber in this bonspiel is fantastic. We have a few international teams. Team Fujisawa from Japan, perennially one of the best teams in the world, and then some very good teams from the United States. Eve Muirhead from Britain. In fact, there's 2 teams from Great Britain here, as they're trying to determine their Olympic qualifier.
So Team Sinclair hits and sticks on the nose. I think they would have liked to have rolled a little away, but
So 10.
Gonna be a case of who gets the roll behind this guard first, I think.
Yeah.
10-5.
sweeping hard to get this by the guard. I don't think so.
Oh. Not the way to miss that, probably.
No. Because you've lost your center guard, you've given the opposition a corner guard,
Yeah.
and you've
I think
left
so.
their rock in the house, and now they're splitting the
Yeah.
rings.
Now Jamie has a chance to bury this around that corner guard. If you leave room for 2 rocks to get in there, your potential 3 is
Easy.
in order.
Easy. It's got a curl. Top ball. Really got a curl, guys.
Hey, okay.
This has got a long way to curl.
Okay, then no.
Yeah, we're not even over the center line yet, so.
It's got to be easy.
Now they got to worry about setting up a double, getting it to curl a little bit, getting them even.
Is there a double there?
Yeah, the double is definitely there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, too much ice.
And that's a good thing to hear from from a thrower when your skip acknowledges that she gave you too much ice. It always gives you a little confidence that it wasn't your throw that created the rock to be in the wrong spot. And it's good for skips to acknowledge that.
So we have a question from Mike again. Is one of the Great Britain teams Team Muirhead? And yes, Eve Muirhead is here. There are actually 2 teams, and Great Britain, Scotland is has 8 players here, and they are using this event to determine who will be their team that will go to
A 9. Is she going to throw an 8-5 though?
last
She
chance
just commits to whatever she's throwing.
competition to get into the Olympics, because Team Scotland last year at the Worlds didn't finish high enough to get an automatic spot, so they have to go to the last chance qualifier.
Yeah, there's going to be a real tough event over there in Europe for the last teams to qualify for the Olympics. I think in women's and men's, it's of course it's the ultimate goal of most of these teams is to get to the Olympics, and there's quite a battle. In Canada, we have some teams already qualified and some still trying to qualify, and as you know, the Olympic trials are coming up in Saskatoon at the end of November. So
You got this, bud.
And meanwhile, Team Botcher has been selected to go to the Americas Challenge. So the way that works is that there's Team USA, Team Canada, and then other countries in the Americas can challenge. So Team USA is already in.
yes, so
And so
Team
Team Canada has to qualify. So this year they're playing.
Hey.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh, we have another field goal.
Team Canada, Team
just-
Botcher,
just
is going to be
tap it a
playing
foot so
out of
that I can
Lacombe,
read it.
Alberta, where
I don't wanna
their
tap it
third, Darren
here, so
Molding, is the ice maker there. And they are going to play against Brazil and Mexico. I believe it's a round robin
I think that's right.
competition.
Double round robin possibly, and then the winner of that will
Oh yeah, she threw it like I thought she.
go to the world.
Do we need
To
tap?
the
Even then, she's
Olympics.
just playing this pocket
I
and
think-
I have an open hit.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess it.
Yeah. Just a foot or 2. Hair high, so it's probably this.
Still might get a double here chance, and
Yeah, you were pretty much edge. Okay. Speed's good.
All right, so advantage Team Sinclair here with hammer in the 7th end, already laying 2, looking to draw their 3rd point into the house. This
Okay, I
would
just
be
wanna
a
tap it
real
a foot or 2. Yeah.
swing in this game a little bit if a 3 is made here, and
Okay. Just a hair
looks
high.
like the chances are very good unless Team Barker pulls.
Tap it to T
pulls
line.
off a
yeah, just above. like
miraculous
even-
shot with her
even
last
with the other
stone.
one? Yeah, pretty much top 4.
We'll
Sounds
see
good.
where this rock ends up.
All
She's
right,
trying
got
to get
this.
it laddered around the corner guard.
T-line! Easy. Coming down. Back 8. Ease. Back 8. Back 4.
Line looks good.
Back 8. Yeah.
She might have pushed that rock back where the double is easier, or a hit and roll behind, which would.
Sorry. It probably looks terrible from the other end.
Yeah. I'd go for
See what she elects to
if
play
the
here.
double's there, play the
All
double.
I heard was coming down. I heard coming down, and I was like, what does that mean? Coming down from what? Yeah, it probably wasn't the easiest slide to read, though, because I kind of just...
So there's two choices here. She can elect to play the hit and roll
Give it a good chuck at the end.
behind the yellow and red.
Yep, cool. Yeah.
Or she can play the double and keeps
okay,
Team
still
Sinclair
good.
to a score of 2, in which case the game will still be in reach. 3 is not out of the question with the 4
You
rock
got this, Penny.
free guard zone with the hammer. So see what she's decided to play here.
Okay, it pains me to say this, but Lowell was right. Team Bodger is playing for a berth in the men's worlds, not the Olympics. Canada is in the Olympics already because they finished high enough
You got it.
at last year's worlds. So it's going to be October 29th to the 31st in Lacombe will be that America's Challenge. And I believe this is the last time it'll be played that way. World Curling Federation has suggested a change, although they're taking comment. So Penny's trying to make the double
the
here.
double, and I
Oh,
don't know if she's got enough to get it out.
sweeping hard, but
Not
oh no.
quite.
So Jamie has a chance for 3 here.
So this spot
Hit and stick for 3.
moves it a little bit, right? About there?
Could be the TSN
yeah.
turning point of this game.
Control. Yeah.
So Team Sinclair had a goal at the start of this end to get 2, and they might actually be exceeding their goal.
Control here. Yep.
We have a final on sheet 1. Team Skurlik has
Girls on
defeated
this
Team
side.
Yeah, I
Silvernagel.
think so. Should be pretty gradual.
Yeah.
I see Team Peterson is
Alright, you
up
got
on
it.
Team Einerson, 7-5,
Coming home.
coming home. So
In the 8th end. But Team Einerson has last shot. Last rock. Advantage.
there are 3 red rocks in the house, which is Team Peterson, so they got some work to do.
11!
Okay, we'll see
Easy.
if Jamie can
Easy. Control. Off.
get her.
It's
No, never.
hanging out a bit here.
Oh dear.
Hanging out. She's maybe get a piece, but I think she's going to roll out.
So
So missed opportunity, but
in
a
the end, she gets her 2.
score of 2. But those extra add-on points are awful important in a game like that. She'll be disappointed in herself for that.
Up 2. Just try to get a force. I think we go top 4. And then cap it.
So we're
Coming
playing
home.
the 8th end with Team Sinclair up 7-5 over Team Barker. Team Barker has the last shot in this 8th end, so we'll undoubtedly see some rocks in play.
Solid release. Looks all there.
So Elizabeth
Trying.
Cousins is
Coming down. It's curling lots.
throwing her first rock
4-5.
in the rings as requested.
No.
She's been absolutely very good with this rock. Just keeping this in front of the tee line, always in the forefoot. Anytime she's been asked for that shot, she's made it. She's curled very well. this time,
What was the hug on that?
Barker will elect to play her first stone out in front as a corner guard.
Carol. Okay, hold on. Carol, Carol, Carol. Great sweep, girls. Great.
Less of an ad. Be close.
So Elizabeth
Should be
has
there.
been
Easy,
asked
looks
to
all there. Line's
throw a
fine.
tight guard with this one.
It's got to move a bit. Got to curl.
Looks like she's a tad
Okay.
heavy.
Yeah,
She won't
walk
be
it on, it's
disappointed
fine.
if it
Gotta curl,
freezes right
curl.
to it.
Just one. Good.
Just draw or move.
Scoring area is getting a little cluttered here, so Team Barker may elect to move those rocks around.
I thought so too.
As a skip, this is where you have to be a little bit patient. You don't have to remove everything and just move them around a little, so it gives you some room.
Pushing them
And-
behind the tee line is actually is a great call.
So she's asking for backline weight. Just wants to move these two rocks that are on the 4 foot around.
It's an excellent call. Second, Jenna.
This rock is really curling.
Yes, Renault!
Just curled over a little too much. It's should be easily removed by Team Sinclair.
Just board. Yep, 10-5. Yep. Oh, slow. Oh.
So Jamie won't be concerned about this shooter sticking around. She
10
just
out,
wants to
10
get rid
out.
of the red
Go.
rock.
Yep, yep. All the way.
Don't need any more rocks laying around, so they sweep that one to get it out of play.
They
Good
never
shot.
touched.
Not quite out of play, but enough out of
was it
play that it
10-1?
shouldn't come into
Yeah.
play at all.
No, it was just hot. It was a 10-1. Yeah.
So it looks like we have a final on sheet 7. Team Kerry has defeated Team Holland. They're kicking the rocks back after 7 ends.
I think Chelsea scored at least 2, maybe 3 in that 7th end. So
Still. It's back on its own. It's up.
So Team Barker ignoring those 2 yellow rocks, trying to get around the corner guard. And this rock looks a little heavy, and a big mistake here if they go through the rings.
Yeah, because now Team Sinclair can walk up and peel that guard. And then
All right, here we
Team
go.
Barker's going to have nowhere to hide. Just going to have to try and push rocks back and freeze the rocks.
Right.
What do we gotta do here now?
Clean.
And just what you like to hear, clean, which means the shot has been made. So Penny Barker has
Nice shot, Cora.
choice to make here. Do I throw another guard or do I try and move those rocks in the rings. So she's elected to throw the guard. Sweepers are just cleaning, so
Sliding.
No, we're not.
15.
Coming into the rings.
wasn't what was asked for, but
Again, Jamie will just peel it out of there, not caring where the shooter ends up. Just get it out of play.
I got a 40. It was a nice.
Clean. Clean. Yep. Yep. Clean. Yep.
Very nice slide and nice release by
Nice drop on.
third
Wow,
Monica
picked it
Walker.
Do we dare top one even?
so now Penny's thinking about what she wants to do here. Thinking about maybe just pushing this rock back a little bit and try and create a little bit of
I think that's the call.
a wall for her. So if Jamie tries to pick it out, she might jam on her own and then give a chance for another rock in play. On the Einerson-Peterson game, coming down to the last few rocks there, and Carrie Einerson is down 2 and doesn't have any rocks in the house. She's got her last 2 rocks she needs to
Score skips deuce
score,
here.
skips deuce, and
Just to tie the game.
just to tie it, yeah.
Over on sheet 4, Fujisawa has scored on Team Holman in the 7th end.
I don't think we're
We're
in.
not quite sure if it was 1 or 2. They haven't put the score up yet, but they are throwing first, so they will be
Same
either
thing, Mon.
2 up on Rachel or 3 up on Rachel Holman coming home. So
So Team Barker changed the plan there and went with the guard, but
threw up another corner card.
it's
Came
very
in,
tight.
came in a little too far again.
So Monica is going to
Yep,
attempt
yes.
to peel it out.
Yep. 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 All the way.
And away it goes.
Very well done.
Good. This week. Next, Mon.
And Team Roth
Good
has,
pair.
Team Peterson has removed Team Einerson's rock, so that game is
Game is
over.
over.
So Team Einerson drops to the B event, and Team Peterson is
It's a
victorious on that.
qualifier, is that not a qualifier?
Yes.
Yes.
And Team Fujisawa is up. They got 2 in the 7th,
Oh,
so they are up.
3 up on
3 up
Rachel
coming home.
Holman. So, back to our sheet here. Now we're
Again, having a discussion what
discussion
to do.
on what to play.
We're back to that pushing, either freezing to the rock behind the tee line on the 4-foot, or push
Pushing the back.
the
I
one in
prefer the
front
push
of-
back, I think, and create a bit of a wall at the back of the 4-foot. It might be the best shot, but we'll see what she plays.
Looks like that's what she's ended up calling, is the push
So-
the one.
Third, Christy Gamble. Coming down with the
Yeah.
out turn, freeze, tap. We're not quite sure what the call is.
I think it's a tap.
Tap.
Tap on the one in the front.
Sweepers are on it all the way.
The weight looks good.
Just tee.
It's just a matter.
Just tee.
She tapped it, but again, a little bit over the top, so they didn't quite get the angles they require here.
Makes for a fairly easy removal by Jamie Sinclair.
Nasty. Just easy. Yeah. Just kill the shooter. Yep. Alright, you got this.
Jamie with the out turn hit. Nice. Room right on the center line.
Close.
Nice throw.
She's got a piece of the rock. That's all she needs.
That's all she wants. She just wants to roll the shooter out of the play too. And there it goes. One last chance for Team Barker here to
Good.
Put something in play and make it a little.
make it a little difficult or try to get a deuce out of this end. Again, a little freeze tap is the call.
Yeah.
Like not real, it's like a surrealism painting. Like, you know, the Fox painting where the Fox are like,
Yeah. And you'd like wait and see if you could like sit on it for as long as possible kind of thing. Yeah. Actually, it's more like a depression.
I remember.
Right? Man, this is just after one game. One more.
So it looks like Penny is electing to try and freeze tap on the shot rock that's on the button.
That's all she really has to try to generate 2 points here.
Come down. Go.
Sweepers are working on it
We're
now.
to it. We're to it.
Looks like she's got good line and
Nice weight
enough,
too.
enough weight to tap it for sure.
Curl if anything. Curl. Curl. Curl.
Wow,
Very nice.
it's a very good shot.
Now she's second shot. So
Same way? Okay.
Jamie will like to
Everything
pick
goes.
this, but boy, if she doesn't hit it thin, it'll be hard
I
pressed to get
mean-
out of the rings. It's a very good
Any other
shot by Penny Barker.
We throw up the guard.
Yeah, Jamie
Yes.
could
Yeah.
elect to throw the
Yes,
guard up
to
because
do
she
what?
is laying shot rock.
We'll have nothing.
Even if
Well,
she
not if it's guarded.
even if she
Yeah.
isn't
Like,
shot
even if
rock,
I'm
it
here,
would be a tough deuce. She'd have
Anywhere-
Penny would have to
anywhere
have a
in this line.
piece of the
What did she
button.
do?
I'd be tempted to throw the guard here.
Well, I just think that
That is a tough
and,
pick.
and like I think
yeah, you
I don't know,
need
like maybe
you
that
need a
stays.
Kevin
These
Cooey
definitely got
4-second
Yeah.
peel to pick that thing out of there.
Yeah, I think those guys that could throw the high hard ones would get it out, but
a 5-2.
it'd be hard pressed. You'd have to hit a
Yeah, she was middle.
Even if you're right.
millimeter of that rock to get it out of the house, I think.
I think.
And then she'd lose her 2 yellows as well. So I think a guard is the shot here. I agree with this
I
call.
played this 2 ends ago, right? You might be hurt later. If anything, I want to guard this. Straight.
So
Straight guard because Penny has to somehow move Sinclair's shot rock. So,
It's more of a line shot. Yeah.
and the only way to do that, or the best way to do that, is to play the same shot, a tap. But if guard's in the road, I think this is the right call, and I agree with it. And
yeah,
see
she
what
just
happens.
she just has to make sure she doesn't leave her some. You know, she has to guard
Got
it
this, lay it down.
because if she leaves her something on the right-hand side, she might be able to come by.
But she does
Tap
have to
it.
move the yellow
Yes.
too, and that would be
Yep.
very difficult. So
I think it's just tight, I think. 3!
this is anywhere close to a nice
Okay.
guard.
Yep. 3, 4. Cora.
I like her
4.
chances.
Oh, let it die, let it die.
So the line is looking close here. She may be over curling a little bit. Oh dear. She may have left her a window.
She may have, but that back yellow rock is not going to move very far.
Interesting. I was a hair tight on the side.
Half a rock. Yeah. Half a rock.
She has to throw a little weight because she has to actually
Move 2 rocks.
move the 2 yellows far enough for her to count 2. So still a very difficult shot.
This is a tough shot.
I'm not sure what she's thinking about. She's indicating hitting that top
Because you gotta
one.
hit the red on that side, and then that middle yellow.
She would have to
loses a lot of its
stick her
weight.
shooter in that
And
case
kill all 3 yellows. So
and kill all 3 yellows.
You would have had to hit that over
She
top of the
must.
red.
Somehow she doesn't think she can see
I just
enough
think
of
it was
that red
tough to
one.
actually peel that out of there.
Jamie's
Yeah.
rock just
And it
over
had,
curled
like, it had
a
long
little bit.
too.
There's maybe a glimmer of a chance here for Penny Barker. It's a very, very difficult shot though.
Yeah.
So looking over at Rachel Holman Fujisawa game,
Yeah, she's a pebbling, so we might
it's
get a little wet.
Fujisawa has
Looks like they're down to 3rd stones.
3rd stones and hitting Rachel's one and only rock in the house. So if she hits and sticks on this,
Yeah.
Fujisawa will be sitting 3. Even if she rolls away, sitting 2.
That's a
Rachel's
great pebble.
gonna run out of rocks here soon.
She has to score all 3 of her remaining rocks.
Yes.
To count them all. So
She's
the
her biggest cream.
the odds are not with Rachel winning this game. If you were
Seems like
betting.
it's a lot better.
So Penny is getting ready to throw her shot here.
Do you know what she's elected to play?
Well, it looks like she's trying to play the
Looks like she is trying to
run the
Jamie's
Jamie's guard.
guard that's in the 8-foot, top of the 8-foot. She has to remove 3 yellow stones, keep her shooter,
Yeah.
and not remove her,
and not
Red.
roll out.
not roll
So-
out.
Well, the red one in the middle is probably not going far, but the shooter would be
But
the
a straight nose, because
This-
then if you place a run, the shooter's less likely to stay
Yeah,
true,
this
right?
is still the odds are not good, I would say, but it is makeable. She's got the weight.
No, it's okay.
It didn't matter because she had to get
Good
those
game,
2
good
yellow
luck.
rocks
Good game.
out of the 8-foot
with
for it to count 2. But very nice attempt.
Okay.
Very nice
Really
attempt.
broad strokes.
So it looks like it
Good game,
was
guys.
1 yellow ended up scoring. So a 8-5 final.
Again, that rock was thrown with a lot more weight
We got a boogie woogie 'cause we
and
play
hit it in the exact same spot.
She might have done
She
it.
might have done it, but it would have had to been about a 6-second peel. And Penny made a very nice attempt at making that shot, but as it was, not quite.
So Team Barker moves to the C event and Team Sinclair moves on in the B event. So thanks everybody for joining us. Again, we will be, somebody else will be commentating. The live stream will be back on again at 4:30 Mountain Time. And it will be, I'm not sure who the team is that you're showing the game next, but join us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on your post notifications, and thank you again for all of our sponsors, Curler's Corner and Bernice Merrick, The Weston, Jiffy Lube, Coronado, Rockwatcher, Olson, Bonterra, and Enigma Resources. From Lowell Peterman and myself, Nancy McInerney, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you. Bye.